Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be talking about where do piano songs come from. Now it's so simple, so I'll go straight to the point. There are two main idea or elements in music that cause composers or professional music creators to make songs. And funny enough, it's something that most of you may have heard of before, or some of you may have heard of before, but most people take it lightly. There are two simple words outside normal inspiration. Because even when you have this inspiration, you can't express it on the piano. That's why I said, where do piano songs come from? So there are two main elements, or maybe the only elements, depends on how you see it, where piano songs come from. Number one, the scales. And number two, chords. Now, I think I mentioned scales before in some previous videos I did, but as I said I was going to explain in detail. But this video is not to explain in detail. It's just to show you how it looks like. And then you would probably get what I mean. So the scales I talked about is a simple idea. It's a collection of notes that was formed by a particular pattern. You may want to write that down. It's so easy to understand. Like when you hear 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, you start thinking about even numbers. Even if they didn't tell you, by just paying attention to how the numbers are arranged, you observe what's causing this progression. This 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on is an addition of 2 to each number. So that's how it works. So scales are always formed by a particular pattern. And there are many scales in music, like, I mean, God knows how many. So many, but I dare to tell you, there's only one you need. It's called the major scale. I wouldn't be explaining that right now. I just want to show you how it looks like. Now, you can have the major scale on anywhere on the piano. I'm going to have in that video, I'm going to explain that properly. It's actually that scale that gives you your solfas. If you've ever heard of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or maybe under key, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or maybe somewhere else, do, re, do, sorry about that, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You know, it can be anywhere. It can be here, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, then do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. It can be anywhere. It's more like, another way to say major scale is saying your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do arrangement. That's major scale. That's where music comes from. So I'll be having another video where I'm going to explain in detail how you can create that anywhere on the piano. Now, there are those people who learn that on one spot. They tell you this is do, this is re, this is mi, fa. It's not bad. It's actually correct. But that's limiting. Just telling you this is do, this is re, this is mi, and all that. It's not very good because you don't know how they came about the notes. I just played do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do on one side. I can play it somewhere else. I can play it here. How did I come about that? So you're supposed to be able to know how to get it anywhere on the piano. It's so easy. It's not difficult. If you have the right explanation, you always get it right. So that's scales. We'll come more on that topic later in this channel. So the next one is chords. Now chords, unlike scales are like a group of notes formed by a pattern, but chords is more like playing multiple notes at the same time. Usually it can be 2 or more. Some people say it's 3 or more, 2 or more, anyone. The point is multiple notes at the same time. So if I say multiple notes at the same time, I can actually just do something like this. I don't even know what I just played, but that's a chord. Anyway, I like, there's a chord, but there's an organized structure of chords. So you have chords like this. These are chords. I'm combining different notes at the same time. So it helps to harmonize music, or rather give background feel to music. We'll talk more on this. I just want to give you the idea. So these are two things you have to set your heart on. If you're going to be a very good pianist or eventually a good composer, two things you really need to know are these two things I just mentioned, which is scales and chords. And I'll go through it again. I said scales are a set of notes that was formed by a particular pattern. And I said there are many scales in music, but the most important one is the major scale. and we'll be talking about that very soon. Then I also said chords. I said chords, a combination of two or more or three or more, depending on who is defining them. So we have different kind of chords. We'll talk about that too as we go on in this channel. So watch out for those videos. Thank you very much.